How have you coped with having to train in like a post-COVID kind of environment?
Training after COVID was definitely different. For the first 2 months, we weren't allowed to touch at all, Trent and I, so we had to just skate singles and stay 6 feet apart, which was difficult, especially when all of our elements are kind of together, obviously. So we had more time to work on our single elements and side-by-side jumps, but it's the little things you take for granted, like being able to touch and do things together and talk less than 6 feet. That I think we really appreciate now that we are able to kind of work together. Prior to COVID, we were training for Worlds, so it was probably the peak of our season in terms of training, the amount we were training on and off the ice. So getting your body to that state takes kind of the whole year. So it was, like I said, the peak going into it. So it was definitely a drastic shock after when COVID hit. I think it was 2 days after Worlds had been canceled, their rinks were closed. So to go from being in the best shape to having nothing was a huge shock to the body, mentally and physically.
And just going off of that, what was it like having to take 3 months off from skating when you have never taken off more than a few days?
Yeah, that was something that I found difficult to cope with, especially with gyms being closed and kind of any other hobbies that I would normally resort to if I had to take a break off skating. So I felt lost with the first kind of month, and then I found a couple new hobbies I could do stationary at home. But I don't think I ever really got used to doing nothing and not skating, because it's so part of my schedule and mindset every day, and to not have that even as an option was definitely a shift.
What is your schedule like now post-COVID?
So post-COVID right now, for our rinks, we're only allowed to skate 50-minute sessions, and then we have to leave for half an hour so they can clean. So that's definitely difficult when we're used to doing like 2-hour sections and then staying in the rink and then going on for another session. So we've had to kind of shift our training plan and what we do on each session, because we don't have that much time, and by the time you get warmed up, there's probably like 20 minutes left. So it's difficult, definitely not ideal, but it's better than nothing at all, and we kind of have to work with what we're given. I think right now is, in any aspect of life, it's easy to get down, and because the uncertainty of what is lying ahead and no one knows, and I don't think we can ever change that. But big thing that has helped me is looking at the bigger picture and what is my ultimate goal and what can I use every day to work towards those goals. And I have to only use the resources I'm given, and if that's only 2 hours of ice today, then that means I have to do more off-ice training. But what is the ultimate goal, and what are you chasing? Not so much a month from now, but years from now.